Hey, welcome back, boys and girls. Here we are with another episode of your favorite podcast, Speak Easy, Drink Better. And I'm here with Edelweiss tonight again. Guys, we're going to tell you about a little road trip we did during our break.
Up to New England.
Up into the New England area. You know, every time we're out of town, where do we find? Some great distilleries. And listen, this is just New England area. They're all over the country, but, you know, we took this little trip up there. We had a little break. And on the way, listen, we made a lot of detours.
Some amazing places, so off like the beaten path, and here we are to bring you the episode 3 of our New England Sips series.
Yeah, a little 3-part series we got going on, you know, but
we got a little lineup here to tell you a little bit more of these wonderful places that we found along the way.
Yeah, so yeah, we got a little variety up here. This is Vermont, New Hampshire, Barr Hill. You guys go back to an episode. We did a little more specific episode, but they made this lineup as well because that stuff is really spectacular. But you know, we went up there and we found a couple distilleries that seemed interesting. First one was this Vermont distilling. You know, you'll see a little bit of clips around what we recorded, but really interesting stuff here is this vodka, which is quite interesting.
When you think of Vermont, what do we think of when we say Vermont? Maple syrup.
You got it.
And man, these guys are doing some amazing things that you would never imagine maple syrup, what you can do with it. But we're here to tell you a little bit more about some great finds, starting with, let's talk about, since you already picked it up, this Vermont Gold.
Yeah.
So Vermont Gold is a vodka that is made 100% from maple syrup.
Yep.
Guys,
that's their liquid gold.
Blew our minds. This stuff is delicious. It's smooth. It's got a little bit of sweetness. It's very unexpected, but I mean, I was already, my wheels were turning. I'm thinking, what can I do? What cocktails can I come up with?
We even sipped it straight.
Gold?
We tasted it straight. It was very clean, but it was more, give that aperitif type flavor.
Exactly.
Which
it's
we
so
like,
great to have after a meal, almost like a dessert.
So these guys are up outside of
Queechee.
Out of Queechee, right there near Queechee. You guys saw Queechee up with the Whistle Pig. That's where Whistle Pig is.
Yep.
These guys are just right outside town there.
Our episode 1 of our New England Sip series, we were in Whistle Pig up in Queechee. Yeah. Then last week we brought you Barr Hill, which is in Montpelier. I always get that. I get a little
let's keep going.
Tongue-tied with that one.
There's some other. What's this? Was this
and today
Cannon?
We're gonna take you a little behind the scenes for a visit to Copper Cannon. Copper Cannon is actually located in New Hampshire. So this is on the border.
It's right on the border. Literally, you cross the river.
Vermont, New Hampshire, southern, it's southwest border.
Yeah.
So we literally crossed the bridge, and we were in New Hampshire, and we found this Copper Cannon, which had actually been recommended by someone here in New Jersey. Yeah,
we were at a brewery up the road here, and they told us about this place, and you know, everybody has places that they've been to and tried, and hey, listen, the delivery, we met the guys there. We went in the back with they're doing some good bourbons and some rye,
and you'll see it right now.
Yeah, you'll see some clips, a little behind the scenes of that visit, but it was cold as can be, but you know, a couple of sips of this warmed us up in their little tasting room, so very nice.
Yeah, and this bottle that we brought back is actually their handcrafted aged rum. We did a tasting, and you'll see it in a few minutes, but this one really just
stood out. You know, they've done really good.
Caught our palate right away, and this is what we brought back.
Yeah.
But then moving along, we have this bottle. Can you show the label?
This is an interesting one. Let's talk about this one because this is another place in Vermont called Tamworth, which
no, in New Hampshire, honey.
I'm sorry. See, it's up in that area. Sorry, it's blended, but we didn't get to go visit them. But we actually did a little pit stop at a liquor store, and we bought it for one reason. Because of the label.
The label.
So this label, when we went to Copper Cannon, they have this map, and it kind of has a map of all the distilleries in the area. And we looked it up. Place looks beautiful. Hopefully next time we get up there, we'll pay them a visit and do a tasting there. But you know, it was kind of cool. So we're gonna have to crack this open and give it a taste. But it's another, I think it's like a 90 proof bourbon, straight bourbon. So we'll give that a shot. So that's it, guys. You know, so just a snapshot of, there was another probably 12 places to visit, but these are the ones that we picked that seemed interesting to us. And you know, listen.
Yeah, we need another extra week or so to actually try to hit up more along the route. But yeah, it was fun. We enjoyed it. As always, like We're always finding distilleries everywhere we go.
And you're meeting some really cool people. You know, there's a lot of passion behind a lot of this stuff. So you meet some great people along the way, great conversation. You know, you have a shared interest in something, and you know, you can see their passion behind it. So, you know, hope you enjoyed the episode. We'll catch you on the back end. Peace out.
You guys have a good time.
You too. Thank you.
Getting serious with the...
Yeah, listen. For the podcast, we got podcasts we do.
Oh, what kind of podcast?
Cocktails and spirits and a lot of bourbon.
Oh, nice.
So we have a bar in our
got
basement.
some other stuff back here you guys can try from the barrel.
Yeah, if you want to try
You got
the fresh picks.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're talking.
Hey,
Nice.
You guys have a great time.
Thank you. Oh, this is nice.
So we got a fresh barrel for the rums. So you get that better oak extraction, similar to when you're getting the bourbon level.
That's actually very good.
And just under 4 years for that one. We have some older rums that are sitting around waiting their turn.
She's a rye person. Oh,
Cool.
she loves rye.
Yeah. So this is the 100% rye here, but then this
That's 100% rye on that one?
Yeah. We do rye, high rye.
That's a high rye?
Correct. Yeah, and then it's about 30% or so rye, and then this is 30% wheat.
Yeah, the wheated one's pretty
So we're on that. Basically the MO is that secondary ingredient, trying to up it as much as possible. But
30%.
we did just crack a barrel that has like the pretty regular run-of-the-mill mash bill. Pretty good.
So 30%.
So I don't know.
Yeah, 100% rye. There's some good ones. The high ryes, we like. Peerless has a high rye, which is spectacular.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, so it's the fresh, white oak barrel from Kelvin Cooperage. That was some
Super
Very
good.
smooth.
either straight or with some ginger beer. Can't go
Wow.
wrong.
Butterscotch. It's, oof,
Yeah.
it's good.
Even our clear rum actually has some butterscotch in it, which is
So I gotta try the maple syrup because we had one. There's a place down in Hudson Valley called Taconic Distillery. They had one and we used it all. We were making some old fashions with it.
Taconic maple syrup.
Yeah, they do it. They did a barrel aged one. That's a bourbon barrel aged one, right?
Rum barrel.
Rum barrel. Wow,
Yeah.
that's probably good too.
Yeah. So here's the maple. So this is basically our clear rum. I think I put a little bit of aged in this last one, but that syrup, like you were saying, back in. So we're back sweetening on that one.
A bit of after dinner. Digestive.
Yeah. So in the summertime we do a seasonal cocktail, ready to drink cocktail that's maple rum and lemonade. Yeah, it's already got the sweetness in there, so you put some tart, and you're kind of in the dark and stormy kind of
It's 80 proof.
mixology. Yeah, exactly. So this is steeped with some cinnamon. Probably get that the most. The powdered sugar flavor came through nicely this year.
Yeah, I was
And
gonna
then
say this.
I use some other kind of aged rums, and we do some chip aging sometimes. So it's like the oak pieces steeping in the
Oh yeah.
the alcohol, usually sitting in glass.
All right, let's see. Where are you at with the rums? What do you like?
The first one.
They're all delicious.
The barrel.
I'm still on the barrel.
Nothing replaces the barrel.
Yeah,
to
that
be-
is
to be fair.
spectacular, that
Yeah,
first
yeah,
one. You can mix whatever you want. That's still 80 proof, this one?
80 proof. Yeah.
Wow, okay.
And then, as a young distillery, we had a potato vodka for a time. We had clear rum.
Yeah.
And we still have those from time to time. Not the potato vodka, but
Where are you guys aging? Here on property?
yeah, everything aging here.
Cool. Nice.
So I'll give you a fresh one here.
What's your oldest barrels you got right now?
So there is one rum barrel that's 2017.
Okay.
But then this rye whiskey is the oldest that we put out. So 7 years on this.
Where do you source your grains?
So it's we do sometimes buy some specialty malts from out of state places, but a huge majority of it, especially on the new products that we're making, are from Valley Malt. It's in Massachusetts.
Okay.
And they're pulling from local farms. So sometimes it's even, it starts in New Hampshire, gets shipped down to Massachusetts to be malted or milled or whatever,
Right.
and then back up to us. But so it ends up being cheaper, and then you're supporting the local stuff and
That's great.
putting your fingerprint on the locality of things, especially when you're talking about rye and things like that.
Yeah, the rice.
It'd be
You're in
distinct.
rye country. You're in a good
It'd
spot
be
for
distinct,
rice.
right? Yeah, for sure.
That is interesting, right? That's still 80 proof? What's that?
90.
That's at 90?
Yeah. So this one kind of similar to the back sweet and stuff. The sweetness is kind of coming from those other wheat
Yep.
wheat malts and wheat grains. And we're, as you'll see, is whiskey still, so you're allowing a lot of that stuff to evaporate with the
And
with
your
the
bourbon
products.
is aged how many years?
Yeah, well, we're still doing batches, so at this we're basically 2 years and change, although we don't put a age statement on this one. But then 3 and 3.6, I think, for this batch, and then this one is 7. Yeah, so this one we were putting out in batches. This is the first label that we put out as a to test the waters of the bourbon market and how that was going to work. So it was well received. People had been seeing on the tour, bourbon barrel labeled on the rack. So everyone was anticipating that. And this one was kind of a unique barrel. We decided to put it out at barrel proof and good reviews. So we're gonna actually make another label for some of the older bourbons that we want to put out as barrel proof that we think are worthy. So this one is sort of is spawning a whole other product line.
I think some of the aging gives it a very different profile that it catches. I guess a lot of it's very, or the build. What's that, 109, 110?
This is 116.
116, you're getting up there.
Getting up there.
All right, where's your hazmat in the back?
So yeah. I mean, our palate is disjointed because when the still is putting out stuff, it's coming out at 170 to 140, right? So but you'd be surprised some of that.
Oh no, there's some great
get
stuff.
A little pour of that 150, and you're like,
Some of the
that
hazmats.
was pretty good.
You get some of the hazmats, they're 140 somethings, 148s.
Yeah.
They're spectacular. Some of
Yeah,
them. They're really good. You're like, okay, there's a hazmat, and you're like, okay, I didn't realize I would like it.
I was a little doubtful on you put out the higher proof stuff, but then you gotta charge more too.
Yep.
You're getting so much less good. But people were really liking it. They'd rather spend the extra $20 or something.
it's worth it. Yeah.
Grab a premium, top shelf from a small distillery. So that's been great.
I think it's worth it. It's just because you got something. There's a lot more flavor. See, I got a lot of black tea in the back end of this. That's what I just got.
That's a good one. Black tea.
It's black tea.
Yeah.
Now I got it. It just hit me. That's really something there. Like, no sense. It's
So
100%
this
rye.
is the rye whiskey. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
7 year. That's good. Nice. It's kind of
Yeah, this one I think we got.
7 year.
Yeah, speaking of that, like what you get out of one barrel, we had a fair bit of evaporation, so I think we got below maybe like 180
Angel share.
bottles, 170 bottles. Yeah, out of that barrel.
This is like a little bit more grassy finish.
This barrel 2 years ago, all you could taste was grass.
Yep.
And then it mellowed out to something different.
Get the grassy finish on the end.
When you say it, yeah.
Not when you start saying it. Oh yeah.
that's-
How long you guys been putting out product for? When did you guys start distilling it?
So the rums, we're going on 10 years
Okay.
putting out that stuff, and then this maybe like 3 years,
Okay.
4 years, because the barrel batch that I just made, which just became 2, so now we're on the straight bourbon. We're happy. I'm happy. We'll finally be in my territory. So that was maybe like 3.5 years ago, and then we quickly put out some wheated. And then the rye whiskey is like Blake's barrels that he had when he was first getting the stuff together. Hey, let me do a rye whiskey.
Yeah.
Let me do a single malt. And we have some kind of real pretty special barrels. So every once in a while, and I have some other ryes that are aging up that'll be coming out eventually. But as you guys know, it's a weird time scale. Like the stuff I make this month, you got to come back in 2 years to
Exactly.
at the earliest really to try.
Right now it's all guesswork. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
pray and see what happens.
Yeah, and I mean, you can, go, YouTube is a great resource, right? And the message boards are a great resource, so you can sort of see where it's going. Some of our sales guys are pretty avid bourbon collectors. They bring in some of their collection.
Yeah.
And we taste it and learning what works, what doesn't work.
Are you doing any
Yes.
bourbon finishes on rum barrels?
Yes. So I think I have like every combination
Yeah.
basically.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But they're I gotta rotate the barrel room again. I'll show you what we have back. But and then I've even done this syrup needs an emptied rum barrel, but sometimes the production doesn't quite line up right. So we did a little bit of an audible. Took the rum out of a 3-year barrel, put it in an recently emptied bourbon.
Yep.
So it'll be fresh barrel into bourbon barrel,
Yep.
bottle, right?
Yep.
So that'll be a whole nother product maybe down the special release. It'll be
That'd
the
be cool.
double barrel rum, right?
I don't know if I would use this rum. It might get too sweet because this is very good already by itself.
It is very good.
So you might go too far. You might need to balance it out with something a little less 'Cause that's got a lot of sweetness already. Questions? Comments? You good?
We can purchase bottles here, right? Yeah.
What's your favorite? What did you like?
The rum.
You like the rum? This is very good. For sure. Syrup?
Yes.
Syrup.
I was tasting like chocolate, like in the pack. Now that I added the syrup a little bit,
Oh,
this
no.
is like bitter chocolate
Oh, completely.
notes, right?
Dark bitter chocolate, especially with
Now
that.
with like a drop of the syrup.
Mm-hmm.
What do you have in there? Eggnog.
Yeah, so that's the maple rum and eggnog. You guys
Maple
interested?
rum and egg.
So
I
we
am
make,
interested.
We make pretty much exclusively of
Oh yeah, she does. Ooh.
so just to tell people this is what maple rum is like in context of a cocktail. Can't go wrong with the eggnog, right?
See, it tastes like what my mom
This is
makes.
good.
And you won't find eggnog like that. The store bought is. And then I try to add rum and it just tastes the same.
Fresh.
Maple rum's doing that extra work though.
Yep. Nice. Very good.
Makes a difference.
Oh yeah, makes a big difference. Cool.
The maple rum, it's interesting.
Nice.
So this is Blake, who was just moving. He's the owner. So he built that still in his garage.
Nice.
So when looking for a namesake, that kind of resembled a cannon, potato cannon, you know.
Nice. Yep.
So that he made some test batches of rum on that guy. Got his cousin involved. Got some financing together. Builder. We actually these beams, but if you want to, you're welcome. We can walk in the back if you like. It's an old post and beam barn that was reclaimed. The beams were from an old building in downtown Keene.
Oh really? That's
Yeah, so
pretty
then
sweet.
brings us to the bourbon label. So that was that relief is the barn there, and then
Got
Fort
it.
number 1 was going to be here in West Chesterfield. There's Fort number 4. They built that one, but they never got around.
That's cool.
Live free or die, New Hampshire vibes, right? Exactly.
Yeah, there's some crazy names that. Right? Listen, the whole story behind every name sometimes.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
like, oh, sometimes like explain it now. Okay, that makes sense.
There's a lot of copper, prefixes, and what's funny is we did a shared barrel. That's that New Hampshire Proud label on the cardboard pop-up. But then there's, you look on there, brook trout, purple lilac, and my joke is that each of those could be respectable distillery names, but they're actually the state fish, the state flower, the state animal.
There you go.
Right, the state
Anything.
White Birch Distillery. So we do a with those. I think it's 5 or 6: Cathedral Ledge, Tamworth, Flag Hill. You guys going all the way up? About Tamworth up there. That's a real big Tamworth. Yeah.
It's a good way up.
Yeah, it's a good ways up. Yeah.
We up to New Hampshire. My brother-in-law, they have a house up in White Mountain area, like Cannon Ski Resort. So we do we have a tradition of celebrating New Year's Eve up there. with
Oh,
them.
nice.
So
Oh,
they're driving up Monday. So we decided to come for the weekend and stay in Vermont for 2 nights, and then drive up there Monday.
Good. Still working? Say hello.
Oh look, they have a quintet.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's cute. It's nice and warm in here.
Oh wow.
This is so cool.
So yeah, it's definitely a big spot. So this is the old there, so they don't make what they used to, so it's pretty solid. So that we do all the bottling in house. So we're still doing one at a time.
Yeah.
Do some special events, some tasting and whatnot.
Wow, this is awesome. It's very rustic.
Yeah.
This is the barrel room. We were just picking a sample out of the barrel earlier, so it's kind of stacked. I saw some old pictures, and that's how they do it in Spain. So I think we have about at any one time about 60 or so barrels. Definitely populating more bourbon. The ones rolling around, yeah. This is some new fill. This is like to be determined. We're gonna do a couple week January barrel tasting. Come and invite some people there. So this is some of the older barrels. This is 2 2019 barrels.
What kind of char you got on the inside? What?
So three.
Three?
Yeah. So top, but pretty solid.
Toasted.
And
Everybody's going with that this time. Some of them too.
yeah, I think people I saw an article the other day, like kind of people are sick of whiskey or bourbon or something. People are looking for a little bit more strong flavor. So this is our fresh oak from Kelvin Cooperage.
Yeah.
Nice and shiny.
Brand new
char.
for bourbon.
There you go. Look, put your mark.
Yeah,
Right in there. We're in there. We're in
Jersey.
here. Right there. Somebody's around there.
So this is a 106 from the barrel. And this one, it came out a little lower because we did the just the alembic style still, so just the copper domes, and it put out a little. It didn't put out as high wine or high output as the ABV as the column, but there was some nice flavors that kind of kicked through in there. When it went in, I made a note about it tasted like buttered toast, because a lot of the bigger companies are doing as much corn as they can because they're getting the yield, and this one has more corn.
And we like rice. We like
a little on the yield there.
Yeah. But it's just the finish is a lot butter flavory. On the finish on this.
Yeah.
Spectacular. Nice. Very cool. Thank you so much.
Very
Very cool
So
spot.
stay
Thanks.
tuned. Stay
for
tuned
sure.
for all those.
That's old school bottling. That is very cool. I love it. Wish you guys the best of luck. Keep putting out
thanks.
some good
Best of
stuff.
let us know
Very
about-
cool. I love it. Line them up. Very cool. Back at the bar, closing up shop.
Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. This concludes our 3-part series on New England sips.
Here we
Speaking
are.
of sips, we are going to give this New Hampshire Proud straight bourbon whiskey a little
Taste. It's 90 proof. This is the one that we talked about.
And as always, guys, remember to drink better responsibly. Thank you for joining us, and see you next time.